My name is Cody Osell. I work at Brickmania. I design kits in my free time and pending approval.
And so what are these, describe what they are, and then we'll kind of go into more detail on each one.
This is an F4U Corsair, a World War II Navy airplane. Some key features on the airplane that I wanted to hit were the gull wing design. It slopes down and then slopes back up gradually. And the wings fold up when they sit on aircraft carriers to conserve space. So I hid the hinge inside the wing. And then it'll lock into place so you can fly the airplane around and then you can unlock it.
That is super
and
slick.
Fold it back up. The canopy folds into place also.
What make it that? I love this. So it kicks back a little bit, is that?
Yeah, I designed it to actually slide back, but it would weaken the structure in the back here. So from point A to point B, you know, it still looks good.
Oh, that is slick. That is slick. So what is a product? So this is a real plane, right? And so you have to kind of figure out how to make this in Lego. What does it look like building replica models?
Well, I start with a lot of detail. This is actually my fourth version of the airplane itself. So I start with the most detail I can possibly cram into it, and then to simplify it for a kit, make it more cost effective. Parts need to be eliminated. And you just really want to keep the key features of the aircraft itself. That iconic design of the Corsair is, of course, the swept wing, the gull design.
Now, in the world of like building model airplane, like this type of thing, I guess is the word I'm looking for, which isn't a word, it's a phrase. Who are you inspired by? What builders in particular do you find like their work is nice to kind of glean a little of this and a little of that from?
Well, I guess my hero is the owner of Brickmania, Dan Siskind. Okay. He builds all of the vehicles that we have, and he decided to use my Corsair design as one of his kits, so I'm honored to be able to do that. And
part of the stable?
Yeah, and be good enough that, you know, someone like Dan will approve of it.
Dan the Master, Dan the Master.
Yep. So I've seen Dan's designs throughout the years. And found Brickmania.
That's awesome. And then what are we looking at here?
This is a EZ-8 Sherman tank, World War II American tank. My version of it. Some key features that I really wanted to nail were the upper hull, the sloped design on the back. The turret, of course, being larger. There's an earlier model of the Sherman that is smaller. This is a bit heavier, and it's a bit wider. The tracks are wider than a normal Sherman tank.
Okay. And one of the things that I always hear Lego designers talking about is that you really have to keep in mind building for play or building for display and kind of decide which one to go for. When you build these models, do you keep the thought of a child playing with it or someone putting it on the shelf in some capacity? Just like, well, what do you try to optimize for, I guess is what I'm saying.
You want to make it simple enough while still having all the detail that you can. So this one particularly wouldn't survive as a kit because it's very complicated internally, and the suspension is complicated. I mean, it could, maybe an adult could, but a child would have a difficult time building this this tank.
For sure. And then moving on down, what are we taking a look at here?
Well, this is a World War II Jeep. I designed originally just as a cool mock, and then Dan Siskind wanted to make it a Brickmania kit. So I really had to refine it and simplify it a ton because it's so small. It's as close as you can get to 1/35 scale. It's smaller than our other Jeeps.
It's 5 studs wide, right?
Yeah, it's 5 studs wide, which is a difficult.
Odd, yeah.
It's an odd number.
Literally odd.
And the hood on the Jeep is built with the acronym SNOT, which is studs not on top.
Are you using that like 1x2 Technic where it has like a Technic pin on it? Is that what I'm seeing there? Or? On the front of the
it's a plate.
And then so it's like a 1x2 and it has like a little Technic hole in it, right?
Yep,
that's the okay.
Yep. So that 3 of those make up the length of the hood, and then you notice they are going in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Studs are facing this way, studs are facing that way, and then I put a panel on there to get the wheel well. Yeah.
Wheel well. And then what's like at the core of it? Is this like a Travis brick holding stuff together? Or?
I don't know what the piece is called. Well, it's this piece.
One with
it's this piece here.
Oh, no, one of the. Oh. Oh, I see.
So
That is super slick.
That way, because it's a brick in the middle,
Yeah.
it's hard to center around a brick in the very dead center, because a brick is 3 plates wide.
Okay.
That's an uneven number. It's hard to build both directions.
That's super slick. Now, this is just for my own personal interest, but what would the price point be on a model of this size?
I think it's going to be around $50.
Okay. Very cool, very cool. And I mean, this is like a custom, like one-off. This is not produced at the scale of a Lego set. There's not a 2 million production run. You're not making the elements, so all of that's built into the cost.
Yep. Yeah, all of our pieces we have to buy secondhand because we don't have any affiliation with the Lego company whatsoever. We just state that we use Lego pieces.
Definitely.
So we have to buy our pieces at cost on Bricklink.
So
their online store.
Beautiful, beautiful models. Look forward to maybe one day being able to purchase these myself. And Brickmania always does wonderful work, and you're a part of that. Thank you, Cody, for sharing with us.
Yes, thank you.